Hey guys, Melly Spirit here. How y'all doing? Welcome back to Seduceme, the Otome. So, we have left off, I believe, here? Yep, right here. So, let's continue on. I want to make sure I was on the right spot there before we continued. Sorry about that. A lot of stuff was going on, as usual. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and welcome to December 1st. Good lord. Anywho, let's continue. After what seemed like hours, I finally woke up, slightly refreshed. My body knew that if I slept any longer, I'd be up all night, which was not part of the plan for the day. I rubbed my eyes and sat up, letting a soft green... yeah, I saw green for some reason. I rubbed my eyes and sat up, letting a soft groan escape my lips in response. Something beside my bed shuffled, causing me to look over. I didn't know what I was expecting. Beside me, sitting in a chair beside the bed, was Sam. Rousing himself up to see me awake, I smiled at him. Seeing his slightly ruffled hair and tired eyes.
Oh, you're awake. How do you feel?
Alright, the giggles are gonna happen, I'm sorry. I was just like right there just staring at you. I'd be a little creeped out if a guy did that, but in the same sense, I'd probably like an... If it's like your special someone, probably be in awe, look. And also probably asking, what the hell are you doing?
Oh.
Before, like I said, we're going to be saving over spots. We'll go with fine. Sam nodded before he looked down at the bed, leaning over it to stare at the blanket.
I'm such an idiot. If I was stronger, you wouldn't be like this.
Sam, it's not your fault.
No, it's my fault. It's our fault. Look at you. You're in bed again, after us using our powers again, and you're a target again because of us. We never should have come.
I quickly reached over and put my finger on his lips, stopping him from going any further. I didn't want to hear anymore. Sam, it's okay. I wanted to help you out. I offered to let you all stay. Nothing is your fault. I gently moved my hand and cupped Sam's cheek, staring at him with concern. I didn't want him to hold guilt in his mind about this whole ordeal. Diana was desperate, and she'd hunt anyone for them. It wasn't his fault. She was desperate enough to hunt them down. Sam looked at me, defeated by my hand. Before he closed his eyes, he let out a sigh. However, I grew curious. So, Sam, you're a noble? Sam opened his eyes to look at me. He didn't seem angry, but he had a coldness in his voice as he spoke.
I was a noble. I'm not a noble anymore.
Not anymore?
I was the third son of the Demon Lord. My brothers and I lived together in the castle as nobility. But since James was the oldest, James became royalty and was heir to the throne. The whole situation became one gigantic, boring mess. So we all grouped together and left to come here. Once that happened, we surely lost the chance to ever get forgiveness.
What was it like while you were there?
Like I said, one gigantic, boring mess. Eric, Matthew, and I were as replacements in case James fucked up. Since Eric was before me and since my dad was a dickbag, I wasn't ever likely to get the throne. So I spent my days lazing about and not giving two shits about anything. Not even my mom could control me.
Your mom?
Yeah, she's not like my asshole of a dad. She was actually caring and kind, but was a pushover.
Sam let out a small laugh. I could tell he was getting nostalgical.
She always thought I could be more than I was, but my dad definitely made sure I knew my place. In response, I became the rebel son, hanging out with the commoner demons and such just to piss my dad off. I swear, I'm surprised he didn't kill me out of shame.
That's horrible. Sam stared at me as if I had slapped him. He then sighed and ruffled my hair a bit.
Don't even worry about it. You need rest. You don't need to know about the demon world.
But I want to know more about you. Sam stared at me once again as if I had slapped him. I couldn't tell whether I was pissing him off or intriguing him. He let his hand that was ruffling my hair fall down and the strand of my hair, stopping at my cheek to cradle it. For a strong man, Sam knew how to be soft. Sam let out a sigh before unlinking his dog tags from his neck and putting it around mine.
I'm warning you, my past is boring.
Sam wrapped his Sam wrapped his fingers gingerly around the dog tags, and I watched as green mist began to surround his hand and the dog tag. The green aura wrapped around the necklace until it snaked around my head, and before I knew it, it was surrounded in green light. When the light had subsided, I was back in the main hall of the demon's castle. I looked around, feeling unable to move, but I could practically see everything as clear as I had before.
Bring that back!
My head shot towards the sudden exclamation where I saw Sam rush into the hall with a quite large basket of bread.
No chance in hell, creepo!
Sam then did what I only saw in TV shows or movies. He stomped his foot onto the ground, causing a large boulder to burst out from it before he kicked it towards the entrance he had came from. I only stared as the boulder didn't demolish the door. It was flying towards, but simply skidded to a stop, locking the entrance.
That was easy.
Sam then turned into the hall looking around as he walked towards the throne. He took a small roll of bread and stuffed it into his mouth, only able to cover half of it as he stared at the seat. I was surprised. Why did Sam steal bread? Why would he steal bread? He was a rebel, yes, but he was a noble. He wouldn't get into trouble for taking food, but he had a basket of bread? Sam chewed and swallowed the bread. He started consuming and sighed.
Fucking asshole piece of shit parent.
At least you have your folks.
I turned to see another demon step out from behind a pillar towards Sam. Sam smirked at him and tossed him the basket of bread.
Think that's enough for you and your brother?
More than enough. This means a lot, man.
Don't mention it, Gaku.
Gaku smiled and held out a hand to Sam, who took it and shook it.
We owe you for this.
You don't owe me jack shit. Now get going before you get caught.
Gaku nodded, however. Gaku quickly got out a dog tag from his trench coat and held it out for Sam. Sam stared before reaching out and taking it.
What is this?
A gift. A human world trinket. I know you and your brothers have been interested in it. Maybe this might bring you closer to it.
Sam stared before looking down at the gift. It was glimmering silver. Oh my god. How many times is that? How many fucking times? Read the sentence again. Read the fucking sentence again. Ah! Good lord. Alright. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's continue again. Sam stared before looking down at the gift. It was glimmering silver, almost entrancing. Oh my god, I'm gonna die already. Fuck it. Sam's gaze. As Sam looked back up, Gaku lifted off of the ground and flew out an open window into the almost sickly purple sky. Okay, I fucking made it through that freaking paragraph. Good God!
The human world.
Sam looked back down at the trinket before wrapping it with a green magic.
Like I can get any closer.
Sam tossed the trinket into the air, letting it vanish into an unknown oblivion. I smiled a bit at the sight, knowing the future of that point. What surprised me was a green orb slowly floating towards Sam, wrapped in a purple-like aura. Sam didn't even turn around, but spoke as if he knew.
What do you want, Mom?
Mom? How was that orb his mother? The orb simply floated in place as Sam turned to it with an almost angry glare.
Yes, I stole that bread and gave it to the commoner, all right? Don't judge me.
Once again, Sam was not responded to, at least not from what I heard. Sam clicked his teeth and crossed his arms, peeved.
Yeah, whatever.
The orb then floated over to Sam and lightly brushed his cheek before flying off, disappearing into the air. Sam sighed, rolling his shoulders.
I need to get out of here.
He looked like he had a lot on his mind, but his closed mouth wouldn't let his... Fucking hell! He looked like he had a lot on his mind, but his closed mouth wouldn't let him express it. However, none could question his irritation. Okay, before we continue on. Okay, I'm good now. Let's see if I can actually focus on these freaking words and be able to read the whole freaking paragraph before clicking onto the next sort of thing. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Eventually, Sam stopped the magic, taking the dog tags off of me and holding it in his hands before looking to me.
What did I tell you? Boring.
You helped that demon get food?
I was a rebel breaking rules. We're not supposed to care for common demons. We're supposed to let them die out if they don't have the ability to take care of themselves.
Sam gritted his teeth and let out an aggravated sigh. Yes.
Whatever. I'm not there anymore. I'm here.
Sam.
Look, I'm sorry.
I stared, my mind going blank. What was he apologizing for? Sam stared down at the blankets again.
You've done a lot for me and my brothers. Sheltering us, letting us continue to live here. It may not seem like much, but for us, it means everything. Especially after everything that's happened to you with that hellspawn Malix and Diana being crazy. I don't think we'll ever be able to repay you for what you've done.
I watched in speechless silence as Sam lifted his head, his eyes full of almost hopelessness.
Thank you.
Sam lowered his head and gently, almost as if I was fragile, placed his hand over my hand. I couldn't help but feel my heart squeeze within my chest at the sight. He truly cared. Sam let out a small sigh before looking to me, removing his hand from mine.
Now get some sleep. You still need rest. We'll wake you up when dinner is done.
Sam gently pressed me back down into the bed, resolved in what had happened. Fuck! Okay. Let's see. December 1st. We're on number 3. Save it there. Because I don't want to screw up anything. I think we'll smile at him. And with that, he stood up and left the room, leaving me to rest as per his request. I smiled to myself before relaxing into the mattress. I suddenly tensed up. I felt majorly uneasy. Something wasn't right. I felt it in my core. She must be here. The thought of her in the house infuriated me beyond belief. I had to make sure she was not here. I rolled out of bed and quickly left my room, wandering the halls and listening closely. She was a demon, but I was listening very intently. There was no way she would have been able to sneak up on me. I know you're here. Where are you? I could feel myself growl. It wasn't a matter of fear that she take away the boys anymore. Her very existence had lit a fire of rage within my gut, which only grew as each day went by. This feud was getting on my nerves, and I knew it would not end well for one of us. I wasn't going to lose to that demon bitch.
What the fuck do you want?
My heart stopped. Diana was with Sam. My mind flew into slow motion, playing fake images of Diana trying to seduce Sam in my head to further fan the anger flames inside of me. I instinctively followed Sam's voice. I was approaching the grand lobby. I hid myself behind the corner of the hall, peeking into the space and down at the scene. I peeked inside to see Sam by the foot of the stairs, with Diana sitting on the railing looking to him.
My, such a brute. Didn't your mother teach you how to treat a woman?
She isn't here, and frankly, you shouldn't be either.
I'm hurt. Wounded, truly.
Like I care, you crazy bitch.
Pity. And here I thought I was going to offer you the chance to become something better than just a simple incubus.
What was Diana going on about? More than just an incubus. She was insane.
Like you got anything I care about.
How about becoming the next demon lord?
I froze. What does she mean? Becoming the next demon lord. The boys weren't in the demon world anymore. They had no claim to the throne anymore. Sam stared at Diana, which made me worry.
You're bluffing.
Well, currently, I'm the contracted bride to the heir to the throne. Since the throne is open, it's available to any son of the demon lord's line. Think about it. You'll gain the throne, the land, and a bride to continue your lineage with. Doesn't that sound like a perfect life for an incubus like you?
I could feel myself gripping my fist tightly in anger. How dare this girl try to convince Sam to return to the demon world? He ran away from it. He didn't have to go back. He shouldn't go back. My mind began to wander, imagining him saying yes. He would leave, and the brothers would follow to bring him back. They'd be trapped because Diana would make sure they would never leave. Sam would be the new demon lord, with Diana as his queen, and I'd lose him.
You must be crazier than I thought.
What?
I felt surprise run down my body again. Did I hear Sam correctly? He denied her.
You dare deny!
All of a sudden, Sam's body disappeared as well as Diana's. I blinked and saw Sam grip Diana by the neck, pinning her body to the wall near the dining room archway. Her feet couldn't even touch the floor, and I felt myself unconsciously rub my neck at the sight.
For once in your life, shut your fucking mouth!
I could see Sam's muscle tense and flex, holding Diana, wanting to tense even harder to snap her neck.
You do not scare me. I could bring you to your knees and make you beg to return with me on a chain leash.
And do it! I want to see you try to chain me.
Sam glared as Diana stared almost in fear of him. I expected her to actually do it. However, after a small breath of a moment, Sam smirked.
Called it.
Sam then released Diana, letting her body fall to the floor. Diana gripped her neck, coughing for air as Sam stepped back, glaring at her.
You're out of power. You've been running without recharging, and now you're on your last life.
Shut up!
Diana glared and stood up, flipping her hair back to its almost unnaturally sexy style.
What's stopping me from taking your little human's energy?
That'd be awesome to actually do. Just, flip your hair back and poof, it's right back to its sexy style. Good lord. Be the best hairdo ever. Good lord, I swear she's like a Barbie doll or something.
You go anywhere near her again and I will rip you apart.
The human girl? You must be joking. A human like her can't possibly provide you what you need. She is a human. You're a demon.
I felt the urge to storm in and shut her mouth. It would give away my position, but I was growing extremely tired of Diana. I'm gonna save again, because this is a choice. We'll go right here. Yes, for sure. And in this sort of situation, I'm gonna hold my position. I didn't want to step in at the wrong time, say I could handle Diana. I trusted him and a knife to fight for me. I stood my ground and watched in silence.
Now, I'm giving you one chance to leave without losing a limb.
You really would do that to me? A woman?
I don't care what gender you are. You're annoying, and I will kill you if you piss me off anymore.
Impertinent, aren't you?
Diana sighed before crossing her arms and leaning on one hip.
This was a complete waste of my time. I should have just enthralled your little human girlfriend and made her jump off a cliff.
Sam looked at Diana, glaring daggers into her soul as she raised her arms up, gently as if to block his attempts to scare her.
Though, I'm not surprised she hasn't come out of her little hiding spot to come and defend you.
Diana then looked over in my direction, locking eyes with me. I froze in surprise. She knew I was there. Diana smirked as I stepped into the room and down the
Humans
stairs.
are such fleeting creatures. She can never fully and truly love a demon.
Diana then slid her gaze to Sam before sinking into the ground, the pentagon appearing around her feet.
Let me know when you figure that out, brute. I'll come running.
And with that, Diana vanished, leaving Sam and I alone in that room, left in silence. I finally let out the air I was unconsciously holding in my chest. Relaxing from the ordeal, Sam stepped to me and held me gently, surprising me.
You alright?
I nodded in response, unable to speak, so intimidatedly. After being surprised, Sam let out a sigh, relaxing in the embrace. I gently placed my hand around him, returning the embrace slightly. I wasn't sure what to do. All of this was spinning in my head in circles before I decided to simply look up at the man holding me. Sam pulled away slowly, looking into my eyes to reveal a deep love that haunted his green irises.
Alright, let's get you back to bed.
Sam then wrapped an arm around my shoulders and lowered his other arm underneath my knees. I easily held on to him as he lifted me up like a blushing bride. Here we go. Oh, shit. It carried me out of the room towards my room. Oh, fuck. Here we go. Sam was kind enough to know my mind and would not force the issue no matter what. He was too sweet, and I didn't deserve his kindness. Sam gently lowered me to my bed before putting my head. With a loving smile, I was beaming in happiness. As Sam turned to leave, I slowly sank into the covers, relaxing. The sound of footsteps echoed before finally I was alone. I rested my head against the pillows, enjoying the cool they provided as I closed my eyes. I'll be ready when I'm ready, Will it be soon? Who knew? All I knew at that moment was that I made a choice I felt was right. Okay, so far I think I have done the right choices, I believe. Fucking hell. I swear, this whole entire ordeal has got me on edge. Whew.
I will not leave here empty-handed.
Oh shit. I tried to open my eyes at the sound, but I felt my eyes remain shut. I instantly wanted to move, but my body felt frozen. What was Diana doing? I felt my body lift up from the bed, leaving me to hover and quake in fear. I wanted to scream, but my voice was frozen as well. I felt Diana move to angle her face over mine. I wanted to move away, but at the same time I felt like I was blissfully melting in her gaze. Oh shit.
Well, if I can't return home with the boys, I might as well return home with the power to fight back.
Diana finally leaned in and kissed me. Oh shit! Fuck! I tightened my closed eyes, feeling the need to bite her lips, but finding no muscles in my face, listening to my mental commands. What did she do to me? I didn't want to enjoy it, but every single nerve in my body was flaring in excitement and pleasure as she kissed me. I felt my energy drain slowly but forcefully from my body. Was she using her magic to force energy out of my body? It seemed like forever, but finally Diana pulled away from the kiss with an audible lick of her lips. She lowered me back onto the patio and chuckled. For some reason, I could feel her presence. She felt stronger, more powerful. It was almost like looking at a new Diana. As I lowered back into bed, Diana chuckled at me. I grew even more fearful. Was she going to go for the boys now? To my surprise, her presence vanished and I felt at ease. It was like an on and off switch Diana pulled on me. Was this normal? Hell no! She was a major nut job. I relaxed slightly, trying to sleep again. Thankfully, I succeeded. The rest of the story can almost be passed over. With Diana gone, my life returned to normal with school and my friends, not remembering what had happened. It was as if magic never even appeared in my world. Sam cared for me, and we remained close to each other. It was sweet, like a simple fairy tale ending. He didn't step over my boundaries, and I deeply appreciate it. Sam remained faithful to me, living with me, and serving me like a servant, of course. There were some complaints, but Sam felt the need to pay back my kindness. I needed the help around the house. Anyway, it was almost funny to think about a demon becoming a servant to a human girl. The others decided to leave of their own accord. They knew that my future would only need Sam at my side, so they decided to start their own lives in the human world. Sam understood perfectly, wishing his brothers the best. I felt bad as well for being closer to Sam than the others, but they reassured me that I was okay, and that they would remain nearby should I ever need them. I was happy for that. But what of my future? Well, it was kind of made for me before I graduated. James decided to step into the light of the Anderson Toy Company, and with the help of his demon's powers and leadership charisma, he managed to influence not only the entire board, but my father as well, into letting him run for CEO. I was beyond shocked. How James managed to do all that was beyond me, but when the vote was called, James had taken over the company I was destined to have. He vowed to respect the wishes of the late CEO and help the company become even grander company. For a demon, it was simple to make a grand company. My grandfather would have been proud to see how James helped it shine. With the CEO position filled, my father had no choice but to let me decide my future, which made me happy beyond compare. No longer would I have the future scaring me into a corner. I could choose my life on my own. That being said, I was still scared of where the future was going to take me. What did I want to do? Did I want to help James build the company? Did I want to venture off on my own? Sam reassured me that he would support me and help me through whatever I decide to do. I was grateful and would never forget that promise. I was happy and nothing could shake me down from that happiness. One morning I woke up and took it all that had happened, as if it were all a dream. The demons, the devils, the magic, it all was surreal to believe. It almost frightened me to think that it could have been all a dream. My fears vanished, however, as a knock appeared at my bedroom door. Come in. The door opened to reveal Sam with a small tray of food for me. A vase with a green rose sat beside a hot plate of pancakes, eggs, and bacon, decorating my beautiful breakfast beautifully.
Morning. Made breakfast.
Well, he still looks like the Sam I know. I smiled simply. I simply smiled. It wasn't a dream. I still had Sam. I still felt the magic in the air around me. I wasn't alone. Sam walked over and placed a tray on the bed across my legs.
Did you sleep well?
I did. I had a dream about everything that happened to us.
Oh? What do you remember?
Everything. How we met, how you cared for me. Everything. It almost made me believe it was all a dream. Sam smiled at me and ruffled my hair a bit, making me giggle.
Well, this is a pretty good dream then, isn't it?
Sam gently kissed my head, making my heart flutter slightly. His devotion to me was beyond my imagination. That was my happily ever after. Oh! Wow! I guess that was it. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see if we go back a bit. I want to see something. Where is it? Where are you? This is one. Oh, let's see. Okay. Right here. Let's barge and set her straight. I decided to assertively and quickly step into the room, rushing down the steps to be in front of Sam. Diana and Sam looked at me in surprise as I glared daggers at Diana. Get out!
Well, little human. You're awfully nosy in business that doesn't concern you.
And we'll go with this one.
Does it? I don't think a human would understand the importance of this affair.
You're asking him to leave to be someone he doesn't want to be. That's not going to happen.
Oh? And what makes you so sure about that?
Deanna stared in shock. My exclamation was it not what she expected? I didn't care what she expected. I wasn't going to lose the man I had grown to love.
You love him?
Yes, I love him. Diana's lips twitched, the edge curling into an amused smirk as she stared at me.
So what? A human's love isn't enough to understand the situation. A demon can never reciprocate human feeling.
To both of our surprise, however, Sam stepped forward and put an arm around me, pulling me close to his body.
I love her.
I saw the confidence Diana had shatter in her eyes as she stared at Sam at his words. I could see the struggle in her face to try and find some weakness in Sam, in me, anything.
A demon love a human? Impossible.
Are you deaf? I said I love her. You don't have the brains to understand what love is. It's not just a human emotion. Demons like us can feel it too. You just have your head so far up your ass that you refuse to see it. Just like how you refuse to see that you've lost.
Diana took a step back, physically feeling the sting of Sam's words in her chest. She had lost. I could see it in her eyes. Diana's eyes grew dull as she glared at me and Sam. It seemed almost uncharacteristic of her, yet it was something I wasn't surprised to see come from her face.
Very well. Fine. Valet.
And with that, Diana faded into the ground, into a purple pentagram, crossing her arms and almost looking upset. Sam and I were then left alone, left with the silence of the room. I finally let out the air I was unconsciously holding in my chest. Relaxing from the ordeal, Sam stepped to me and held me gently, surprising me.
You all right?
I nodded in response, unable to speak, so immediately after being surprised, Sam let out a sigh. Relaxing in the embrace, I gently placed my hand around him, returning the embrace slightly. I wasn't sure what to do. All of this was spinning in my head in circles before I decided to simply look up at the man holding me. Sam pulled away slowly, looking into my eyes to reveal a deep love that haunted his green irises.
All right, let's get you back to bed.
Okay, so we're gonna speed up a bit. I'll be ready when I'm ready. Will it be soon? Who knew? All I knew is that at the moment was I made a choice that felt right.
I will not leave here and
Okay, so that was the right choice there.
Morning. Made breakfast. Did you sleep well? Oh? What do you remember? Well.
Okay, so that was that part. And I want to go back a little bit further. I think it was here. We're gonna steal a kiss. Okay, so that was the right one. The expressions are awesome. Lifted my head and gently kissed him softly, laying a hand on his cheek to keep his face closed. Sam stared in deep surprise before hesitantly kissing me back, caressing my cheek and slightly melting at the touch of our lips. A soft sigh escaped his lips before he slowly pulled away. With a smile, he gently licked his lips, making me go red in the face at the simple gesture. He let out a satisfied sigh before running a hand through my hair.
Sleep, doofus.
And with that, he stood up and left the room. I suddenly tensed up. I felt majorly uneasy. Something wasn't right. I felt it in my core. She must be here.
What the fuck do you want?
Okay, so we'll go right
She
back
isn't-
to here.
Pity.
Like,
So we're gonna speed up.
Well,
you must be...
you dare.
For once in...
You
shut up. What?
You...
Let me barge it. Maybe say it does.
Does it? I don't think a human. Oh?
And then we speed up fast.
I
And then she steals a freaking kiss again.
Morning. Oh?
That was my earlier after. Okay. Well, that was Sam's part of Seduceme, the Otome, as best as I could get it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We can check out the bonuses. Is the angel's password? All caps, no space. What? I have no clue. I can write it. Oh my. I don't know. Or go back to the main. No. Oh, come on. What the hell is this? No. Yes. Fucking hell. The angel's name? I don't understand that part. Unless it's like, you know, his true name, his true name, his true name, his true name, his true name. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for enjoying Seduceme the Otome. I might check out the other ones. And I might record those more, but I won't, you know, show the whole story again. But just the parts that are not. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. And I will see you guys in the next lovely video. And hopefully by then I have figured out how to set up my PlayStation 3 again, so I can continue playing Summoner. And continuing that, also I would like to finish The Walking Dead Season 2. Expect that one pretty soon. And I'll get my webcam working on that one too. So I'll see you guys later.